Hi Sunshine. Today we have second part of Q&A PCOS. I just want to say thank you for asking the questions because you bring attention to very important aspects of Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, and this helps other women to get more information, to understand better their symptoms, and maybe get answered to questions that they wanted to ask but they didn't have a chance. So thank you so much. If you are here first time, welcome to Holistic Ovaries. I'm Agnieszka, and more or less once a week I post the videos about polycystic ovary syndromes. And I also start the series of Q&A, so if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section, or you can follow me on my Instagram, which is PCOS Ask Agnieszka. Yes, let's start it. Okay, let's start with the first question asked by Jessie. PCOS, amenorrhea, and nothing else. I take berberine, inositol, diet and movement, no cycle. What to do? First of all, do not give up and don't lose hope. Always remember that managing PCOS is not only about taking supplements, diet, and movement. And yes, they are important part of the treatment for PCOS, but there are also other factors. Plus, sometimes the strategy personalized for you will play such a big difference. For example, berberine has been shown to have so many potential benefits for PCOS, like reduction of insulin resistance, improving in inflammation, or also helping with androgens. However, if you're not suffering with insulin resistance, maybe berberine is not the best supplement for you. You will also want to check what kind of inositol are you taking, because there are many different formulations with many different ingredients that can have different effects on your body. Now, when it comes to diet and movement can mean so many different things to every different person. So important question here will be, what kind of diet are you follow? Do you not undereat? Or what kind of exercise do you do? And maybe do you over exercise? Because this is very often with us women with PCOS that we think that we cannot eat too much or that we have to exercise a lot. And this can bring the contrary effect on us, and especially when it comes to lack of cycle or lack of ovulation. It will be also very important to know how is your quality of sleep. What kind of stress level do you have at this moment? Did you take contraceptive pill before? And how long do you do not have your cycles? And maybe if there are any underlying condition that may lead to lack of ovulation and lack of cycle. You see, there are many other factors that might be important to check to improve your health, not only supplements, diet, or movement. Now, second question asked by Monica. Inositol supplement only with D-Chiro-Inositol. Advantages and differences. Supplementing only with D-Chiro-Inositol might not be sufficient for women with polycystic ovary syndrome, as the best formulation is when both myo-inositol and D-Chiro-Inositol are present in the proper ratio. The proper ratio of myo-inositol and D-Chiro-Inositol is thought to be 40:1, and this ratio is disturbed in women with polycystic ovary syndrome. And this can lead to insulin resistance, and taking only the D-Chiro-Inositol might not be sufficient to improve insulin sensitivity in us women with polycystic ovary syndrome. It is important to know that taking the D-Chiro-Inositol in low dosage can be helpful in improving insulin sensitivity, in helping ovulate regularly, in reducing lipid biomarkers and serum androgens. However, taking the high dose of the D-Chiro-Inositol can actually decrease the benefits and also may be harmful. We need to focus on bringing balance between myo-inositol and D-Chiro-Inositol, and this can be done by taking supplement that can have a proper ratio of myo-inositol and D-Chiro-Inositol, and that can help with optimal menstrual health and insulin resistance. I have made a video about inositol and you can find it in the comment section. Let's move to another question asked by Heather. What to do to counter hirsutism? Any supplements to take? The laser doesn't work. Androgens, testosterone, and DHEAs are hormones that, when in excess, start to change the type of hair is growing, and that can lead to hirsutism. So, to counter hirsutism, the first step will be to lower androgens levels. I already prepared the video about that, how to reduce androgens in the natural way. You can find it here, and there you find recommendations of supplements, nutrition, and natural herbs that can help you. Okay, and now why the laser may not work? It is because when you remove the hair, but you didn't take care of your androgens, the androgens will again make the hair to grow, the terminal hair, this dark, thick hair. So that's why the first part of the treatment is to lower your androgens. But when you lower your androgens, the existing terminal hair still gonna be there. So you also have to shed it, remove it. And then the laser may work if you lower your androgens, but the most effective treatment for hirsutism is electrolysis. But again, only when in parallel you take care of your high androgen levels. Other side why the laser might not work, because laser work in a contrast, so you need the dark hair and the light skin. If your skin is a bit darker and the hair is dark, it might not be effective. I talk more about hirsutism and the treatments for existing terminal hair in the video here, and you can learn more about the process and why it works like this and why these two treatments are so important. Okay, another question asked by Kate. How to improve anxiety, depression, and mood swings? Yes, PCOS can have a huge impact on mental health, and this should not be a secret anymore. Dealing with anxiety, depression, and mood swings is very common in PCOS patients, and we should be aware of that. Our doctors should be aware of that. Our friends, our family should be aware of that, and general public should be aware of that. So thank you, Kate, for that question. Now, how to deal with anxiety, depression, and mood swings? It will all depend on severity of your symptoms. Because if the symptoms make you stop your day-to-day activities, then it is very important to find professional help and never be ashamed of that. Rather, be proud of yourself that you are taking care of your mental health. But it would be good to know what is the cause of your anxiety, depression, and mood swings, because in PCOS, anxiety, depression, and mood swings can be caused by a variety of things, including hormonal imbalances, insulin resistance, inflammation, and also the day-to-day stress with work, family, relationships can have a huge impact on mental health. For example, the hormonal imbalances in PCOS can lead to disruption in estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone that can have a huge impact on emotional health. Insulin resistance can also lead to mood swings because of the dropping in levels in sugar in bloodstream. You might experience this when your sugar drop and you get shaky and anxious and irritated. Another thing is chronic inflammation that is linked to anxiety and depression. And we women with PCOS have often elevated levels of inflammation. Additionally, inflammation can cause you to be bloated, having diarrhea, constipation, and this also can influence the mental health. So first, taking care of underlying issues with hormonal imbalances in PCOS will be very helpful. Another thing is, of course, dealing with PCOS. This can be very stressful and very frustrating. and you can feel disappointing. Also, PCOS can have an impact on fertility or self-esteem, self-body image, and this can also lead to anxiety and depression. I also know that when you feel anxious or have depressive symptoms, it is very difficult to find motivation to deal with all the physical symptoms and the ignorance and the weird questions from family members. Yeah, but I want you to know that stressful situation happens to all of us. We cannot avoid this in life, but we can learn different coping mechanisms that can help us to deal with stressful life stressors. Remember also that anxiety and depression is also the coping mechanism with stress, and maybe it is not the healthiest coping mechanism, but at the beginning it brings you back the sense of control. But now knowing that, try to reprogram your coping mechanism into more healthy ways that will bring you the long-term health and well-being. Another thing is that women with polycystic ovary syndrome often have overactive nervous system. So the more you enter the relaxed state, the better your health outcome will be, and the better you're gonna deal with your anxiety and depression. So try to find the ways to relax. I know it's sometimes very hard, but find a way that make you to feel relaxed. Reading the book, going on the walk, on the nature, talking to a friend, just lying down and doing nothing can help. Spending time with your family or being able to talk to someone about your symptoms and about your worries. Joining PCOS communities can be a huge part of taking care of your mental health. As you see, PCOS is complex, so we need to target it from many different angles, and also when it comes to mental health. And I wish that I could tell you this is the magic solution for PCOS, but it doesn't work like this. But on the other side, we can look on PCOS a bit differently. We can see it as opportunity to learn about our body, to learn about menstrual health, to learn about hormones, to learn how different bodily systems are interconnected. We can see it as opportunity to support other women with polycystic ovary syndrome, and we also see it as opportunity to knowing that we are not alone and other women with polycystic ovary syndrome are there to support us. Okay, I hope this Q&A was very helpful for you. I will see you in the next one. Remember to subscribe to my channel because this helps to increase the awareness of PCOS in the world, and we really need it so we are more understood by others. As always, thank you for being here, and I see you next week. Bye bye.